Say, for instance, you said the sky was yellow, and everyone else told you you're delusional. But you know for a fact, when you went outside this morning, the sky was yellow. Would you let everybody talk you into believing it was blue? Or would you hold that belief that you know you saw it and it was yellow? Would you believe what you believed if you were the only one who believed it? Welcome to the Detached Pug, where I will never ask you to subscribe because I know you will anyway. Let's actually talk about that, shall we? This is my first video. Does that matter? Because you're going to subscribe anyway. If you were the only one who believed what you believe, would you believe it anyway? Legitimately think about that. If you were the only one who held a belief, I gotta say, this question has been on my mind for so long, and it took me watching a video from another newer creator who made it so clear that he was very hesitant to start his channel because he would see what other people would do to garner success, but he didn't feel as though he had those same attributes to make those same things happen. And that he finally got to the realization that he needed to just put himself out there. And he believed himself and put himself out there. And his video just happened to come across my timeline, and I clicked on it, and it inspired me to make this video. So, I mean, regardless of what your message is, if you feel like you have a calling to actually do something, I think you need to follow that, and I don't think you should let anyone talk you out of it. Well, listen to that again. If you have a calling to do something, I think you should do that, regardless of what the messaging is. And I don't think you should let other people talk you out of that. There's a reason you feel a calling to do what you are being called to do. It's your soul's purpose. And all of us have different purposes, and we all have to follow that calling, or else we're going to be miserable. And I think that's why so many of us do end up living pretty miserable lives. To be honest, we're not following what our souls are telling us to do. And we gotta do that. And we can't let other people stop us from doing that. We're all here for a different purpose, and regardless of your religion or the way you were brought up or what your parents think or what your neighbor thinks or whatever, whoever thinks, like, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. The only thing that should matter is you, right? If you believe it, if you hold it in your heart and know that these things resonate with you, I believe that you should take that and run with it. And that's probably where you'll, excuse me, can't get the words out. So I couldn't really talk inside for some reason. So I decided to switch up my setup a little bit, switch my camera, switch locations. But as I was saying, if you follow what your calling is, whatever your soul is telling you to do, I think that's where you'll find the most success in your life. I really find that if there's something that's deep inside of you that needs to come out, it needs to come out. And if it doesn't, those are the things that you live to regret. I wholeheartedly believe that. I have been thinking about starting a YouTube channel literally since 2008, when I was in high school with my best friend, and we talked about how cool it would be to start our own little channel, and we never did. I know there are videos somewhere on the internet of me in existence, but none that I sat down and just produced myself, that weren't me trying to fit into the mold of what other people were doing on the internet, right? Like, the video I had watched felt like I needed to fit into a certain mold, or that I had to do certain things in order to be successful on this platform. And I truly don't think that is the case. I don't think that you need to sell courses. I don't think that you need to pretend to have some lifestyle that you don't have, or try to keep up with things that you can't afford just to make other people like what you're putting on the internet. And with that said, I am not here to impress anybody. I'm really just spreading messages of things that come to me that I feel are part of what my calling is. Like, there are things that, if you're in the spiritual community, I think you'll understand when I say like downloads, like things that just come to you that are inherently true. And if you Alright, so the truck has passed, but I totally lost my train of thought, and I don't feel like scrubbing through this footage to figure out what my last thought was. But I did find the name of the creator that I was talking about at the beginning of this video. His name is Kendall Hargens, I think, and he had just posted this video at the time that I'm recording this video 5 days ago. And he said that it was his first spontaneous video, and this is also my very first spontaneous video, but I do wholeheartedly believe that this will bring me some sort of success, or will change my life for the better in the future. I really do believe that. Yeah, I have a lot of things I want to share with people, a lot of ideas that come to me, and a lot of things that I think will help others in their journey through life. A lot of things that I've experienced over the years. I'll let you guys guess how old I am. But yeah, lots and lots of things that I think will help a lot of people. Sorry, it's cold and my face is cold, but I'm trying not to cover my face, and my hair is just getting in the way. It's feeling a little uncomfortable. Give me a moment, I'll be back. Yep, what was I thinking? I should have just went with the hood to begin with. Sounds cute. So, like I was saying, lots of things that I'd like to share with you guys, and I'm definitely going to be making videos on a regular basis. So if you feel like this is the time that you need to do something, start something, you probably should. You should listen to your heart. Listen to that little feeling you have inside. Oh, speaking of feelings, that's probably the most important part of it all, right? The feeling part. If it feels good, go for it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. those are their perceptions. Perceptions are what make people feel things, right? Perceptions. If you come to me and complain about something, right? Sorry. Thought somebody was... At any rate, somebody comes to you complaining about something, and you simply say, what makes you happy? And the other person gets offended. They're getting offended based on their perception of what you asked them, right? There's nothing about that statement that is so offensive outright. But in the heat of someone else's anger, they might perceive it as it being dismissive of whatever they're telling you, and not necessarily how it was intended, right? But that's their perception. So people can take things the way that they want to, and you don't have to agree with their perception, because you are your own person and you can perceive things the way that you want to. Nothing in life is so black and white. You can really make things the way that you want to. Whatever you believe is what you're going to see. I really do believe that as well. I believed that if I took care of myself and did the things that I wanted, that my life would change. And I believed that, and I didn't give any expectations as to what the change in my life would be. And it definitely did change. And I think for the better. It opened my eyes to what people really call manifestation. Like, when I say major changes happened in my life. And just based on me believing that, loving myself, and being that much more selfish about my time and my body and like who I am, really would change my life for the better. And I'm gonna do that again right now. Making this video is another example of that. Me not listening to what other people have as expectations for me, and just doing what I feel I've been called to do for so long, and just sticking to that. I think this is what's going to get me to where I need to go. As with anyone else, if you follow your heart, like they like to say, follow your heart, your dreams will come true. It's a thing. It really is a thing. I don't think I've ever had the space or the time or kind of the intuition of what I would ever make a YouTube channel about. But I don't feel like, for me, necessarily planning things or doing things the traditional way will ever work for me. And I have to just go with how I feel. Whatever feels good, I gotta do that. Sorry, there's a plane. First the garbage truck, now the plane. I love it. I try not to get flustered by things or getting upset about things that I can't control, because as it states, I can't control them. So it really is just a waste of energy to get upset about it. I can't control a plane flying over where I am currently sitting, because there's an open sky above my head and planes fly. So that's the thing. Detaching from expectations and detaching from whatever you think you have planned or whatever you think should be based on society, whatever. I think it's best for people to just let go of those things. Like, say for instance, all those things that I manifested for myself right now, whatever time and resources and whatever, if I decide that I want something more and then things start going wrong where I am, I can't get upset about it. I cannot get upset about it because I decided in my mind that I wanted something more, and I have to believe that everything that is happening in my life around me is for the better, and that it's serving my higher purpose, right? So there are so many things that we ask for, and then things start happening in our lives to make those things that we want happen. But because while they appear to be negative things or things that are destructive or things that are hurtful to you, I think what it is prepping you for what it is that you ask for. It's not anything that is negative or positive. I think it's in preparation for what it is you ask for. I believe that every job I've ever had, every interaction with people that have made me feel something have led me to the place that I am now, and to have the knowledge and the wisdom that I have, I think took a lot of things happening in my life and me opening my eyes and paying attention to them and not just brushing them off as good or bad happenings and actual lessons to be learned. Good and bad is a whole nother topic for a whole nother video that I'm sure I will get into one day, but for now, I just really think that if there's something in your heart that you feel like you want to pursue or need to pursue, now's the time to do that. So, yeah. I'll see you again. Detached plug out. Happy birthday.
Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Lovely top. The fuck up. What a difference a night makes.